Did you know that it's impossible to hold a negative thought while you're looking up? That's right. I'm Saba Hocek, founder of Self-Empowered Minds, where we help people who are stuck, anxious, and just stressed out to become more motivated, feel more relaxed, and find their inner greatness through hypnosis, biofeedback, and Reiki. I'm here today to give you a tip on how to keep a positive mindset. So if you're having a negative thought, such as, not going to do well, I can't achieve this, what I'd like you to do is to simply look up while you're having that thought. And guess what? It's almost impossible to hold to that negative thought. We have a tendency that when we do have a negative thought, we look down. And when we think of something positive, we look up. So use that, keep a positive mindset, and keep those thoughts looking up. Here's another way to get rid of those negative thoughts. I call it Bigfoot. What I'd like you to do is think about whatever it is that's bothering you. Just close your eyes and think about it, and you're going to feel it likely in some part of your body. Most people tend to feel it either in their throat or their chest. Now, as you feel that, you're going to imagine what it feels like. Is it a big glob? Is it hard? Does it have a motion to it? Is it spinning around, turning, tossing? Whatever it may be. Once you have that, as though it were a mass, I'd like you to think about pulling it out and putting it right there in your big toe. As it's in the big toe, what you're going to notice is that and continue to think about it, it just loses its validity. It no longer is as bothersome as when it was in the throat or the chest. And this one is to get rid of those negative thoughts, the ones that keep on eating at you. Perhaps it's an argument that you had with somebody. Perhaps it's just this inner burning that you're feeling angry at something. What you want to do is imagine that you've got a can of spray, and it's your power spray. As you have that thought, just imagine you're going to flush it out. Go ahead and spray that thing out so that it no longer is a bothering problem. And as simple as this sounds, the motion in your mind's eye of spraying that problem away makes it go away. And just say to yourself, I don't need it, I don't want it, I won't have it. I will not allow that problem to punish me. Because the more it's in your mind, the more it's sitting there spinning, you're punishing yourself. It's eating away at you. So remember your power spray. This one is called the bird's eye view. A great way to be able to remove your negative thinking is to expand like a bird's eye view. Now, when we are in a negative thought, we become very closed. So what we want to do is open that up. A way to do that is just, for example, as you're walking down the street, or even if you're just sitting there in a room, and slowly expand your view. So right now I see, for example, the chair that I'm sitting on. I'm seeing the two ends. Then I may expand out and see the walls. I'll even go beyond that, what I can't see. So the more that you expand, the more you're getting out of your own head, basically. And that helps you to have more positive thinking, remove those negative thoughts. So I guess the moral of the story is, think like a bird. This one is called Sweep It Clean. What we're going to do to remove those negative thoughts is we're going to feel as though the thoughts are on our body, because in a sense they are. Now, when we're thinking about it, it's just encompassing us completely. It's all over us. And we want to get rid of it. So what you're going to do is simply stroke it off all the way down. And you want to go in across your chest, and then down your legs as well. And you're going to see it feels good. Let's just get rid of it all. Bilateral stimulation is one of my favorite ways to remove negative thinking and also to rebalance. Now, I want to explain the theory behind it because it helps, I think, when we understand why it's working. You have a right and left side to the brain. Right side's emotional, left side is logical. As information comes in, it goes from one side to the other, keeping things nice and balanced. We want to be both emotionally and logically balanced with whatever the thought is. However, when we are surprised or shocked by something, whether positive or negative, we have this momentary brain freeze, and almost always the information will get stuck on one side of the brain, and it's usually the emotional because emotion wins over logic. So when that happens, the subconscious mind is gathering all of that information because it wants to protect you against that shock or surprise in the future. Even if it's something positive, then it wants to be able to see that positive again. So what we need to do is rebalance between emotional and logical. Now, what they found was that when we look to the right, information actually goes to the right side of the brain. And when you look left, information goes to the left side of the brain. So if you're having a thought and it's an anxious thought, it's a negative thought, what you want to do is just keep on thinking about it and look right, look left, look right, look left. That's going to help to rebalance it. Actually, any type of bilateral motion is going to do it. Take an object and just simply toss it from right to left. I'm obviously not the best juggler around. And this will help to rebalance between right and left. Another way that we can do that is by simply tapping on our knees. Now imagine that you're in a meeting and you're feeling a little anxious. Maybe you're going to need to speak up and you're not comfortable with that. No one's going to notice you sitting there tapping lightly on your knees, and this is going to immediately bring a calmness to you. Any type of bilateral motion is going to help to knock out that anxiety or the negative thinking.